What is going on, everybody? Voidlego here, back with a brand new episode of Higurashi When They Cry. Last time we were on, we played a game of Clue with our best friends, but we were taken away by a mysterious detective named Otaka-san. And he talked to us about how one of our friends, Tomiki-san, had been murdered in a very mysterious way, too. He whipped out his own throat, yet there were signs that he were beaten up by a group of people. So, how will this mystery be unfolded? We shall find out in probably 5 weeks. Because there's no way in hell that this chapter is going to reveal it. Or maybe it will. That would be a twist. Sweepy. I mean, okay. I'm gonna pass out. I'm usually awake once it's time to eat, but doesn't look like I can do it today. Well, yeah, I can mean, news that a close friend of yours being murdered yesterday would probably put a damper on your spirit the next day.
ゆうべ遅くまでテレビ見てたら眠くて
ケイちゃんが喜びそうな番組なんかやってたっけ?
Also, the detective mentioned how Mion's family is somehow involved in this, even though he has no evidence of it, but maybe a town conspiracy against those people who had showed support for them, or over the years it had gone, not the expectations, the reasons for the murders have gone down over the past few years.
ちょっと待て勝手に想像して決めつけるんじゃねえ
男の子なら当然です恥ずかしくないですよ
Rika, please. Rika, that pat in my head only made me feel worse.
ちょっとこの昼休みは爆睡させてくれいやほんとマジで
あら私が黙って見過ごすとお思いで
Of course you won't.
邪魔したら怒るすごい怒る
Damn, that was a good yawn. This was just dreadful. Just so sleepy. I stomped my head onto the desk and drifted off into an afternoon nap. It seemed that Sadako had responded, but I pretended not to hear.
さとこちゃんやめなよケイチくん寝ちゃった寝顔かいい
後でお持ち帰りしていいからそっとしときな
向こうへ移動しましょうですケイチにうるさいと悪いですよ
Mika-chan really is a good girl.
先生が来ても起こさないであげましょうです
Okay. I take that back. The excuse that I didn't sleep much last night because I was watching TV was a lie. I know it. I was in bed at the usual time, but because of the conversation with Ushi, that was his name, Ushi-san, that afternoon I didn't get much sleep. Just spending the day like this. It's almost as if the incident with Tomiki-san didn't happen at all. It made me think, was Ushi-san just trying to deceive me? But it was probably the truth. One thing was for certain, I couldn't speak to anyone about it. He wanted my assistance, but I really didn't know anything about it. If I knew what I wasn't going to be of any help, I probably wouldn't have listened in the first place. It ended up with me, again, regretting learning something I didn't need to know. If I had never learned about it, I would, without a doubt, be goofing off with the rest of them right now. I couldn't help but resent Oshi-san for this.
それっていつから
もう次の日にはいなかったって綿流しの晩に失踪したらしいよ
Leon whispered to keep others from listening, but I could hear it clearly. On the other hand, when his voice was even harder to pick up. But I could still tell that she was quite upset. It couldn't be. Are they talking about Tobaniki-san?
さんけなの
What?
わかんない
Anitike?
私の知る限りではね
I would have to feign ignorance about this topic as I needed to keep it a secret. Rather than waking up and being forced to lie to join the conversation, I was Much easier just to sit here and pretend I was asleep to listen in on their discussion. Wait, why did I have to pretend to be asleep while eavesdropping on my friend's conversation? The guilt stung.
で他にもいるんでしょ
Me?
か
彼女がたたりにあったのか鬼隠しにあったのかは分かんないけどね。
Onikagashi? What? Onikagashi? Onikagoshi? To be hidden away by a demon? What a mysterious phrase. I did, however, get the feeling it meant nothing good.
いや何にせよもう一人いるんだよね
Another.
だよね
お社様ならね。
でも今年は出ないよ
バッチャと村長さんが話してたんだけどさ、今年は事前に警察と話がつけてあるらしいんだよ。
Beforehand.
何が起こっても騒ぎにしないで穏便に片付けるって。
じゃあレナたちが知らないだけでどこかで誰かが
Ed
か
them?
もしれないってこと
Ed them. A word that ends with ed is killed.
かもね。
次はレナかな
Me?
安心しなよ。レナはちゃんと帰ってきたよ。
What?
でもダメだったんでしょ
What an outlaw.
昔の話だよ。もうやめよこの話。
What the hell is going on? Amidst an uncomfortable mood, both of them were silent. The entirety of the conversation was still a bit unclear, but a few parts caught my attention. First of all, the term onikagashi, to be demoned away. By the context it was used in, I would guess it's similar to being spirited away. I suspected that's what it meant because Tomiki-san and that woman, it only bugged me I didn't know her name, vanished at the Wanakagashi. The next thing that stuck out was when Wena said there's another one, right? Mion also said if it's Oshiro-sama's, yeah, responding to something. If it's Oshiro-sama's curse, then there had to be two victims. Is that what she meant? Come to think of it, I remember Mion saying at the beginning that they didn't know if it was from the curse or if it was a case of Onikagushi. It seems that the curse and being demoned away are different things, and they were phenomena that were paired together. I recall Tomoniki-san's terrible end. That wasn't something as arrogant as disappearing. That horrendous end would best be described as cursed. Then the woman with him. I mean, she vanished because she was demoned away? What I do know is that there's normally an even number of victims of the curse proper, and the last point that bothered me was Wena. Wena was frightened. For what reason, I don't know. However, she knew that something had made her a potential target for Oshiro-sama's curse. If I recall correctly, Oshiro-sama should be the guardian deity of Himizawa. Isn't a guardian deity supposed to defend the citizens and drive out invaders? If I recall correctly, yesterday Oshi-san said that originally the targets were enemies of the village, but recently there was no longer any distinction between them or regular outsiders. But if that was the case, then I would think that I'd be the most likely target, having moved here more recently than Wena. From her composure, I confer that she was grimly certain that she would be next. I should probably relay what I heard just now to Oshi-sama, informing the police of what I heard by eavesdropping on my friends while pretending to be asleep. It made me feel terrible. It raised a few questions and left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Would it be better not to seek the answers to those questions? As I continued to learn more and more, I felt like I had fallen past the point of no return. I would definitely regret this one day. I would definitely regret ever having learned of these events.
先生が来るでございますわよ
And back to the goofy music.
起きなさいな
In the distance, I could hear the ring of the handbell signaling the start of afternoon classes. God, I couldn't sweep at all. I hastily opened my eyes and raised my head up. Now back to slice of life goofy shenanigans. It was in that moment when I leaned against the back of my seat. Oh, fuck! There was a thumbtack stuck in the back of my chair with tape. Circumstantial evidence was enough. Guilty without trial. Capital punishment. Fiercely jumped up from my seat, and I tripped as if my feet were tangled up. My shoelaces had been tied together. She really is just the jigsaw of this franchise, or at least this game. Teacher came in right as I was about to pull off my shoes and tackle Sadako.
先生が来ましたよ、ケイチさん。
God damn it.
着席遊ばせ。
Fucking playing this, didn't you? Chomp, chomp, wish, boof. Not caring one bit, I made her eat a flick to the forehead. I don't even give a shit.
ケイチさんがいじめた。
Shut up.
ほら、
Oh god.
前原くん、下級生をいじめてはいけません。謝りなさい。
I saw Sadako stick her tongue out on me. That little brat.
ほら、前原くん。
へいへい、謝りますよ。さとこさん、ごめんなさい。
In any case, I apologize even if it was in a completely insincere tone of voice. Damn her. I'll remember this.
ケイちゃん、ケイちゃん、その恨みは部活でね。着席、着席。
I sat down after Mion told me to. She switched to class representative mode. Man, Lena really has the only normal hair color I just noticed. Well, that and Sadako. But everyone else, it's blue and green hair. That's anime for you. With the boring classes finished, school was finally over for the day. Now then, what should we do for our club today? First, I would like to play that deduction game one more time. Another game of Crew, you say? I was hardly able to play it last time because of Oshi-san. Winner and I weren't even able to test our strategy.
そうだね。今日こそケイチ君と二人で大勝利だよね。でもどうでしょうね。同じゲームを続けて2日やった試しはありませんし。
Well, we're gonna do it, damn it.
ミーにお願いしてみたらどうでしょうです。
Mion looked over the shoulder as we made eye contact. She slowly tapped her palm with her fist as her face suddenly lit up.
いっけね。今日おじさんの手伝いの日だ。悪いみんな、今日なし。
おじさんの手伝い？
What, covering up a murder?
柄にもなく高校なやつだな。
悪い悪い。ほんとすっかり忘れてた。じゃあごめんねみんな。今日はおじさんこれで帰るわ。
Mion left us with that and rushed off to the exit after snatching up her bag.
みーちゃんね、たまに街にあるおじさんのお店の手伝いに行くんだよ。
I thought she wasn't the type to get caught up in such bothersome stuff.
バイト代が出ると言ってましたですわ。
Well, ain't that
結構
something?
なお小遣いになるらしいですの。
Well, it would be great if I could pay for my work. I see. She was able to pay for that amount of games with what she saved up from there.
しかしそれはアルバイトというんじゃないのか？校則で禁止されてないか？
家事手伝いは除くと書いてありますです。
Is that what she's calling it? And wait, what? You can't have a part-time job while in school? Is that a Japan thing? Has to be a Japan thing. Because in America, we could definitely have part-time jobs. Still go to school. So what now? That's on the club today.
じゃあ今日はこれで解散かな。
We can do other things, guys, besides play games.
別に部長不在でもいいだろ。
We can talk.
やろうぜ、部活。
I opened the club locker and began searching for the deduction game from that ever-growing pile of games.
お、あったあった。
No, this isn't it. No, that's Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, no, that's just Pokemon. Ah, there's Squirrel.
昨日の推理ゲーム。 ようやくコツが分かってきたところで中断しちゃったからな。
At the very least, I want we pay Sadako for what she did during the afternoon break.
私は構いませんけど、レナさんとリカはどういたします？ケイチくんがどうしてもって言うならちょっとだけいいかな。僕はみんなが揃っての方がいいなと思いますです。
Oh, what's the harm? She just says it like that.
部活がないなら僕はお買い物に行きたかったのです。お醤油とかを買いに行きますですよ。あ、そうでしたわね。すっかり忘れてましたわ。ならレナも久しぶりに宝探しに行こうかな。
Damn it, you guys never wanted to play games when I want to. It's just now. Everyone was no longer in the mood for club activities. Fine, we can play Yahtzee. Or, shit, maybe we play Monopoly. If I kept on trying to push them at her, it may make them realize they had a trick up my sleeve. Well, I'll give up this time.
せえ、このゲーム楽しみにしていたのにな。
Shuffled through the cards as if I was still caught up on it.
またの機会に叩きのめして差し上げましたよ。
犯人はサトコ、凶器はピストル。やはり貴様の仕業だったか。
なんですって？じゃあ
Sadako looked through the cards in the desk and stuck out 3 of them at me.
犯人はケイチ。凶器はロープで犯行現場はラウンジですわ。
ロープなんかいらねえ。このまま絞め殺してやら。
いやー、ケイチさんの毛玉な。
Ooh. Well, I guess it's good that I got that out of my system, now that Sadako is fucking dead.
ケイチさん、覚えてらっしゃい。いっぱいいっぱいいたぶられましたですね。かわいそうかわいそうです。かいかい。
What a wacky cast of characters. Everyone got ready to go back home. I also helped gather up the scattered cards. Suddenly paused. They're just the suspect cards, but I noticed something strange. Uena, Sadako, Uika, Kechi, Mion. Satoshi. Satoshi? That all the cards were made by us. Or at least every card besides this one has the name of a club member. Does this mean that this Satoshi fellow is a member? Was there someone else in the class named Satoshi? Couldn't find anyone named Satoshi on the class roster stuck up on the wall. Satoshi.
ケイチくん、早く片付けよう。
Didn't they say something? They're like there was another member before, and just they like didn't talk about. Being watched by one eye, I finished up quickly. Sadako and Wika-chan had already headed Maraway for their lockers, so we were the only ones left in the classroom. Right now, Wena had already gotten her bag and was ready to leave.
レナ、やっぱりこのクラスからも転校で出て行っちゃった生徒って結構いるんだろ？
Tried asking Wena in a bit of a roundabout way. Wena made a troubled face and then answered.
うん。ひなみ沢って田舎でしょ？
Yeah.
転校していっちゃう人も時々いるよ。
じゃあこのサトシってやつも転校してったのか？
ごめん。よく知らないの。
There was a bit of a pause, but the answer was pretty much immediate.
その意地悪で言ってるんじゃないの。ちょうど去年レナが転校してきてから入れ替わりだったかな。だからあんまりお話ししたことないの。ごめんね。
Huh. That didn't feel natural at all. I'm not sure Solly. Her answer was a lot like when she refused to tell me about the murder at the dam. I wasn't saddened by her denial, felt a bit of anger. I'm their friend, aren't I? Friends don't keep secrets from their friends, do they? Though I do appreciate that they kept that unsettling curse thing from me. But if everyone is worried about it, I'd rather be worried with them. That's what it means to be friends, right? For a moment, I wondered just what kind of face I was making just then with these mixed feelings of sadness and annoyance.
ケイチ君怖い顔してる。なんでだろうなんでだろう。
It was probably exactly the kind of face Wenna said it was. It appeared by a grim expression had frightened her.
あ、ごめん。今日の部活楽しみにしてたからさ。残念だっただけだよ。
I whistled Wenna's hair.
帰ろうぜ。
Dragging that awkward mood with us, we headed home. Every time we... What the hell? Why did I go to the textbook? Weird. Anyway, every time we ask, like, Wenna a question like the murder at the dam or who Satoshi is, she says it in, like, the most, like, unnatural way possible. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know. It just is something really off about it. Like, the other dialogue, feels, kind of natural, but those specifically feel so unnatural, feels forced, feels artificial, So, it makes me wonder, like, maybe there's some secrets this village does not want us to know about. I wonder why. Why have I been getting this dumb feeling lately? I didn't know anything, I had nothing to worry about. I was just enjoying my everyday life. My long, outstretched shadow gave no answer to my naive inquiry.
ケイチ君疲れてるのかな
Rena timidly questioned the reason behind my mood. I'm sure my expression made this situation even more unsettling.
そうか？
うん。今朝からケイチ君なんだか元気ないよ。風邪かな。
Physically, I was pretty sure I was in perfect health. It may not seem like it, but I've had perfect attendance since elementary school. Rena continued on since I didn't give her an answer.
きっとケイチ君引っ越しの疲れが今になってきたんだよ。前に住んでたところとは全然違うところだもん。いろいろ慣れたり覚えたり疲れて当然だよ。
そうなのかな。
うん、絶対にそうだよ。レナも最初そうだったからわかるんだよ。
I wonder if Rena also experienced a slight bit of alienation last year that I was feeling right now. Thinking so, I felt that she was the only one who could understand how I felt.
レナがひなみ沢に転校してきた時の話が聞きたいな。どんなだった？
Feeling I had been drawn into the conversation, her face suddenly brightened.
ケイチ君と同じだよ。人の名前も村の中も全然わかんなかった。みーちゃんとかが親切にしてくれたから全然寂しくなかったけど、やっぱり心細かったよ。
Rena told me all the details of when she had moved here. All of her first acquaintances and surprises, worries, and good times.
じゃあレナもサトコにやられたのかよ。
うん。椅子に座ろうとしたら画鋲が置いてあったの。
Swear to God, she's going to turn into fucking Jigsaw, I'm telling you.
どっさり。
Or either that or the kid from Home Alone.
そしたらそれを懐かしいな。
ミオンの部活にはいつ頃誘われたんだ？早速初日にか？
最初は部活なんてなかったんだよ。
Club.
途中からできたの。放課後にみんなで残ってゲーム大会をやろうって言い出して。
そういえばミオン初代部長とか言ってたっけな。納得。
But if it was formed halfway through, then when the hell did Satoshi, like, get involved?
内緒だけどね、みーちゃん最初は弱かったんだよ。全然勝てなかった。
I mean, they had to make those cards, or like swim over them.
ミオンがちょっと想像つかないぞ。
Yeah, there's no way.
自分で言い出した罰ゲーム、ほとんど自分でやってたんだよ。本当に内緒だからね。
I can't believe Mion was like that. So she gradually transformed into a monster, used any means necessary to win during that time. Mion is at her base when she's fighting dirty.
みーちゃん以外ともちょっとずつお友達になれて、でも、ケイチくんが引っ越してきてからかな。ようやくここに馴染めたって自覚したのは。
Guess Rena had also been left in the dark about Oshiro-sama when she had just moved here. Guess when they finally told me about Oshiro-sama, I'd be considered one of them.
俺はいつになったら仲間だと認めてもらえるんだろうな。
Part of the whole. Part of the family.
なんて言ったの？
Hmm?
あ、いや、ごめん。
Oh, I must have said that.
独り言。
ケイチくん変なの。
When it was poking fun and laughing at me, I couldn't help but laugh as well. But I suddenly stopped. Then, after making up my mind, I spoke.
なあ、レナ。みんなは俺に嘘や隠し事なんかしてないよな。
してないよ、全然。
I don't know. God, I have a feeling, you know, just like this weird, like, uneasiness now. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know. It just feels uneasy. It's fucking weird.
嘘だろ。
Lena suddenly stopped. Her expression was cold and intense. Whoa.
どういう意味だろう。ケイチくん。
Her tone was still the same cheery and light-hearted one as before.
してるよな。俺に隠し事を。
After understanding what I meant, her expression grew even more intense. Seeing that face, I regretted saying something so rash. But she came back at me in a way I didn't expect. What the fuck?
さあ、ケイチくん。ケイチくんこそ、レナたちに嘘や隠し事をしてないかな。
Her tone didn't change, but it was the first time I'd seen this expression from Lena. With how her gaze pierced through me, I couldn't believe this was the same Lena.
してないかな。嘘や隠し事。してないかな。
You are. Secrets. She didn't actually say that part, but she looked as if she did. This actually freaking made fuck out. The incident with Tomiki-san and how I felt alienated from the group. Even without having to think about it, there were things I knew that I felt guilty about. But I didn't tell anyone about what happened with Tomiki-san to be considerate. I was keeping it a secret just the same way they didn't tell me about Oshiro-sama. Then aren't we even...
してないよ。嘘も隠し事も。
嘘だよ。
Her answer was instant, and it shook me. Lena stared as if burrowing through me, watching me like a hawk.
どうして嘘だって。
ケイチくん、昨日の部活の時、先生に呼ばれて職員室に行ってたって言ったよね。レナは知ってるよ。ケイチくんは職員室になんか行かなかった。
I swallowed hard. Koi wasn't a bluff. She knew what
先
happened.
生はお客さんが来たって言ったんだよね。でも昇降口ではお話ししてなかった。校門のところの車の中で話をしてたよね。知らないおじさんと。
Lena knew everything. She knew that I was called out by Oshi-san and that I heard about the incident with Tomiki-san as well. Did she know all of it?
誰？ あのおじさん。
知らない人だよ。
知らない人がなんで圭一君に用があるの？
俺が知りたいよ。
じゃあ何の話をしていたの？
みんなとは関係のない話だよ。
It was a lie.
嘘だ!
Fuck! What a screamed echo through the trees, sending frightening birds into the air. I couldn't excel at the deep breath I'd just taken. No, it was just like I wasn't allowed to excel. It was here, I first realized. The person in front of me. She wasn't Rena Wagu. Then who was it that was standing before me now? Who had seen Rena Wagu's appearance? I had held my breath for so long I could feel myself suffocating.
ね?
And then she made a facial expression that Rena normally might have made. It didn't matter that it was Rena's usual smile. It chilled me to my bone. She drew closer to me. I felt her breath against my face. It wasn't the least bit exciting. Whoever this was with Rena's face was going to choose my nose off. A coward as I imagined that. Then she smirked as she was able to see right through me.
圭一君に内緒や隠し事があるように、レナたちにだってあるんだよ。
It was Rena's usual smile, but her eyes were still like that of a hawk's. Bringing her face close enough to mine to almost bump into my nose, she kindly persuaded me. I couldn't nod or shake my head. This person standing in front of me, this person who looked like Rena, frightened me to my core. I was terrified knowing that she could hear the sound of me swallowing nervously. After what felt like an eternity, after a long empty silence, she finally spoke.
行こう。だいぶ涼しくなってきたよ。
Holy shit! Oh my god, that actually got me. What the fuck? It was Rena again. Smiling at me once more, she started walking as if nothing at all had happened. When I was released from her gaze, my legs gave out from under me and I slumped to the ground. I wasn't able to lift a finger until Rena was out of sight.
あれは誰だったんだよ。
Shit, man. Oh my god. There was like barely any jump scare at all. There was not even a loud fucking noise, but it still got me. Oh my god. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good horror. Oh my god. I felt cold. My body was drenched in sweat. I was finally able to form a coherent thought and ask myself once again, who was that person who looked like Rena Wagu? Fuck. God damn. Holy shit. Oh my, I need a drink after that. God damn. Fuck, that got to me, dude. Holy shit. Oh, God. I knew I had this fucking uneasy feeling. Oh my god. I was out of it and couldn't bring myself to do anything until dinner, except stare blankly into space. Was I terrified from Rena going off on me? No, that's not right. That was someone else who only looked like Rena. Then who could it have been? It was a dreadful feeling. Knowing that there was someone else, not Rena, so tomorrow I shouldn't have a problem talking to Rena like I usually do. The thought was strangely comforting. I concluded that I should just calm down and clear my head, though those thoughts continued swirling around in my mind. Finally, I returned to my senses as I heard my mother calling out to me from the bottom of the stairs. It's a call from bookstore. Can't think of why they'd be calling me. I went downstairs and picked up the receiver anyway. Oh, she. Nice cover.
大石さん？大石さんじゃないですか。
ごめんなさいね。ご両親が出られたので本屋さんということにしてみました。
Shit ain't right, Higurashi.
警察ですって名乗るといろいろ気分を害されるでしょうしね。
Oshi-san was, in his own way, rather courteous. Even so, I didn't want my parents hearing me to talk to the police. I brought the cordless phone with me as I dashed back up to my room on the second floor.
夜分遅くにすみませんですね。 実は昨日渡した電話番号のメモ、あれ古い番号だったんです。本当に申し訳ない。これから申し上げる番号を控えておいてもらえますか。
あ、はい。どうぞ。
He gave me the number for his direct line as I wrote it down. But why would he be calling me now? Thought that was the end of it, but he began making pointless small talk, and it was pretty hard to hang up.
さて、どうでしょう、前原さん。何か変わったことはありましたか？
Yes. How about one of my fucking friends stared me in my goddamn soul? I see. This was the real reason. He really beat around the bush there. His adult conversational skills with me swag
大
jawed.
石さんはここの地元の方ですか？
ええ、そうです。生まれも育ちも沖宮ですよ。
If he's from around here, he might know.
大石さん、鬼隠しって何のことか知ってますか？
それはですね、人が鬼にさらわれ、忽然といなくなってしまうことなんです。
You know what? It might be a very bad thing that I play these games at night. That might, add to the effect of horror.
このあたり独特
Yeah,
の
probably
言い回
does.
しですね。世間様で言う神隠しと同じ意味です。
Whereas my friends would say they didn't know when I asked, this older man gave me a direct answer. Maybe a bit happy that he answered me directly without trying to hide anything.
平見沢は、前原さんにこんなこと言っていいんでしょうか。
Might as well, man. You've told me about the murder. Come on.
もったいぶらないでくださいよ。大石さんが言わないなら俺も何も言いませんよ。
ああ、いやいや、そういう意味じゃないんですよ。ただその気を悪くされないかと思いましてね。実はですね、ひなみ沢はその昔鬼の住む里って呼ばれて恐れられていたんですよ。
Demons reside, huh?
鬼って地獄にいる金棒を持った
というよりは人食い鬼ですな。里に降りてきて人をさらって食い散らかしてしまうなんて怖い昔話があるんですよ。
Demons snatching up people is what this Onikagushi really means.
たたりと鬼隠しは一緒に起こるって言ってましたけど。
Now there's a question. Was quote unquote Rena's freak out actually her, or was it something else? I hate when the music cuts out like that. Was it really her? Like, it's her actual true self? Or was it someone else? In which, spirits, possession, possibly? Or maybe there's a more realistic way to this. Supernatural, realistic. That's the balance we're going to probably be dealing with this entire game. Is of what is supernatural, what is based in reality, and what is truth.
どういうことですか？
I already knew about that mysterious deaths happening 5 years ago, but I didn't know there were people disappearing for those same 5 years.
たたりと鬼隠しが必ず一緒に？それは初めて聞きました。そうなんですか、前原さん。
それは俺が聞きたいですよ。レナとミオンが話してたんです。お社様のたたりなら必ずたたりと鬼隠しが起こるって。
Oshi's-san began hemming and hawing on the other end of the receiver. Maybe something about that came to mind?
前原さん、最初の事件ご存知ですよね。
Yeah, the murder of the foreman.
バラバラ殺人。
ええ、6人の犯人のうち1人はまだ逃走中なんですよね。
例えばそれ、逃走中じゃなく鬼隠しにあったんじゃないでしょうかね。
Yeah, right. Huh? It was an outrageous hypothesis from Oshi-san. The incident 4 years ago was the practically ghastly one, particularly. Police already knew the perpetrators, so they posted tons of wanted forces posters with his face on them. They staked out various locations and investigated every possible escape route he had. But after 4 years, there wasn't even a hint of where he might be. Unless the police were completely incompetent. Even if it was an outrageous hypothesis, I couldn't simply laugh it off.
じゃあその翌年の事故はどうです？誘致派の男と妻が一緒に事故死したんですよね。
Yeah.
実はですね、正式には事故死したのは夫だけなんです。
Husband.
妻は死体が上がりませんでしたから。現行法では死体が発見されない限り行方不明扱いなんです。
Shit. At the time of the incident, with the river below the cliff being muddy rapids, the police divers had searched every branch off the main stream of the river for dozens of miles, but in the end they weren't able to find her body.
でも死体が見つからないだけで亡くなったんですよね。鬼隠しとは違うんじゃないですか？
死体が出ない以上亡くなったとは言えません。法律で定めた年月が過ぎるまで生存扱いなんです。
I'm not sure if it was right to call that being demoned away. The wife is missing. At least that part was reality.
3年目はどうなんですか？神主は病死、
Yeah.
妻は自殺ですよ。
前原さん、実はね、これも全く同じなんですよ。
They never did find her body, did they? The wife had supposedly thrown herself into the bottomless marsh deep in the throes around Himizawa, meaning it's all circumstantial evidence. They simply found her suicide note in front of the marsh. The diver was able to recover a few of her articles, but they weren't able to find a body. But why? Okay. Alright. If it's really the village behind all these murders, if it really is, they murder somebody and take away one of their significant others. Why? Why would they do that? Wouldn't they just kill the main enemy of the village and not even deal with the other loved ones? Wouldn't that just put more suspicion on you to kill 2 people rather than 1? Obviously, they would plant the suicide note there to like make it seem like a suicide. Why make them disappear? Because their significant other told them about stuff they shouldn't have known about? Did they want to take out all potential witnesses to whatever thing they're hiding here? Maybe it really wasn't about the dam. Or maybe it was. The investigative headquarters believed that she had faked her death and was still alive somewhere.
これらを鬼隠しと呼んでいいかちょっとわかりませんがね。前原さんの言う通り、確かに毎年一人行方不明です。
Coincidence.
今年の事件では富武さんの連れの女の人が行方不明。
Wait. It's always a woman. It's always a woman. The person that goes missing is a woman. So with the first incident, the last perpetrator has to be a woman. Second year, the wife's body goes missing, another woman. The third year, the wife who supposedly commits suicide, another woman. This year, the woman with Tomeki-san is gone. There's a goddamn connection right there. They're all female. They're all women. What the hell does that mean? I have no idea, but that's a goddamn connection.
じゃあ去年の主婦の撲殺事件はどうです？誰か行方不明になりましたか？
Yeah, who
確か
was it?
犯人は逮捕されたんですよね。
ええ、逮捕されてます。以前に逮捕歴もあるやつでしてね。
See if
別
this.
件で取り調べ中に犯行を自供してます。ですがですね。
What?
犯人逮捕からしばらくして被害者宅の子供が行方不明になったんです。
Child.
犯罪に巻き込まれたのかどうなのか
Shit.
現在も捜査してます。
だって犯人は捕まったんですよね。それともその仲間が？
さあ、多分単独犯だと思います。もっとも今では確かめようもないんですよ。
Well, we don't know the gender of the kid. So it could be a daughter, or it could be a son. If it's a daughter, then bingo bongo for my theory. But if it's a son, then that puts it all fucks up my theory.
実はその男、取り調べ中に拘置所内でお亡くなりになっちゃいまして。
He died? He swallowed a spork and choked to death. Swallowed a spork? It's not known whether it was an accident or suicide. Or murder. How the fuck does someone choke on it? Well, people choke on, like, food. But a spork? I don't know, man. Fuck, now I'm convinced it is a conspiracy by the village. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe they're trying to cover up something. Not just the dam. Not the dam. Maybe they're hiding something. Whatever the hell it is, it's fucking big to kill. Not only just kill a person, but take a person related to them, a loved one close to them, take them away as well. So maybe it did start off as enemies of the people who supported the dam, but it might be something else. Maybe it's something else in this fucking village.
つまり過去5年間必ず死者と行方不明者が一人ずつ出ているわけなんですよね。
そうなります。いえね、私も驚いていますよ。こんな共通項には気づきませんでした。
I couldn't believe that this could help lead to the closing of those incidents. It was just something they had in common.
例えば鬼隠しにあって失踪した人には何か共通点があるとか。
Female. They're all female. Oshi-san mumbled as he seemed to be thinking about it. So I summarized the events.
1年目はダムの作業員、2年目は誘致派の男の妻、3年目は神主の妻、4年目は被害者宅の子供で、5年目は交際相手かな。特につながりはなさそうだし。
1年目はともかく妻とか交際相手とかそういう人が目立ちますな。
Does seem like there are a lot. Then that means the fourth year's victim child was different. It would have really stood out if it was all married couples, except it's not just married couples, but parents and children as well. It's not the relationship, it's the gender. It's the fucking gender. Come to think of it, I believe Tomiki-san also told me the younger brother is alive and has moved, if I recall correctly.
4年目に行方不明になった子供ってどんなだったんですか？
What gender?
おとなしい感じの方だったらしいです。
Ah, shit.
年はあなたの一つ上です。名前は北条聡さん。
Satoshi? Oh, shit.
え？サトシ？
I remember that name. Didn't they tell me Satoshi transferred out last year? And that didn't make fucking sense if Rena didn't know him. Yet she said partway when the year she moved in, the club was created. They knew fucking Satoshi. They fucking knew him.
あなたの学校に去年まで通っていました。
And you can't just chalk up one of your classmates going missing as transferring to a different school.
話を聞いていませんか？
Okay, so the whole, every female going significant other, going missing, being female, well, we're just gonna cut that out, I guess. So it's not gender oriented, so it goes to that theory. Come to think of it, when I transferred in, I believe they said my seat belonged to a recent transfer student. Then where I sat once belonged to the one who was demoned away? It was his seat? I recalled the cold sensation that came from that desk. My hair, it made my hair stand on end. This string of mysterious deaths, Oshi-sama's curse, I now knew how it connected to me. That chilling sensation. It was the feeling of Oshi-sama caressing the back of my neck.
お社様のたたりか。
Could Oshi-sama's curse really exist? In all honesty, I was beginning to believe it. And I was scared. That was why I wanted to say it was a plot crafted by man and not the work of a curse. But the more I dug into it, the less likely that seemed. No, the more I dug, the more mysterious it became. If I kept digging, eventually I'd reach the point where I'd learned something I really shouldn't know. To either be none the wiser or to seek an answer I may regret. Which one would I be happier with? Maybe it'll be me next time. My execution could only be delayed for 1 year. I hate when it does those long fucking pauses when I'm suspecting something's gonna fucking jump out. Was when I remembered. Rena said she may be the next victim of the curse.
竜宮レナさんがですか？去年転校されてきた前原さんのクラスメートですよね。女の子には刺激の強い事件ばかりです。怖がるのも無理ないんじゃないでしょうかね。
I don't think so, Chief. It wasn't that. She said it might be her next. She said it in a way that made me think she had a concrete reason behind it.
もっと確信じみたものだったように思います。なんていうのか、その。
She was frightened. Her sudden change in demeanor. That someone who looked like Rena, but wasn't Rena. That might be unrelated. All the strange things that I felt from Wednesday came back to me.
そうですか。では、こちらでも少し調べてみます。前原さんも少し竜宮さんの様子に注意してあげてください。
それはレナを見張れってことですか？
そんな意味ではありませんよ、前原さん。お友達が次の被害者にならないよう少し気にしてあげてほしいということです。
I don't know, man. That moment, just as my mouth was agape because I was so impressed with his mature, clever way with words. Fucking shit. A sudden knock on my door sent my heart racing. In an instant, I had pointlessly covered up the end of the receiver. Jesus, Dad. On the other side of the door, I heard my father's oddly upbeat voice. What could it be? It's so late.
すみません、親父が来ました。今夜はこれくらいでいいですか？
ええ。夜分遅くに本当に申し訳ありませんでしたね。何かわかりましたら教えてください。
Actually, can you just call me every night, Oshi? I really trust you.
進展がありましたらご報告しますよ。では失礼します。
圭一、早く開けてくれ。父さん、両手が塞がってるんだ。
What is Dad doing? I'd stay in the same position while on the phone the whole time, so my joints were aching. When I opened the door, I saw my father was standing there with a tray. On that tray, cookies and 2 cups of black tea. Very fancy spread for our household. There wasn't even sugar and lemon slices on the side. Everything you could ask for. This was quite the show of hospitality.
何父さん、それ何のつもりだよ。
もうはぐらかすなよ、圭一。
What?
入るぞ。
Dad was in high spirits and had a smirk on his face. But for my entire life, I'd never seen him act this hospitable. What had gotten into him?
何の話をしてたんだ？
I jumped. It's not something I had to keep with my father, but how could I explain to him that I was talking to a detective? I'm assuming it was. It's late at night.
別に何も。
Nothing, Dad. I was just talking to my
友
friend.
達だよ。
電話の話じゃなくて来てたんだろう今。
Who?
レナちゃんが。
Huh?
来てないよ。
もうごまかさなくたっていいぞ。さっきレナちゃんが遊びに来てたじゃないか。
No, she didn't.
だいぶ話し込んでるみたいだったからお茶でもって思ったらすれ違いだったんだよ。
I had no idea what Dad was talking about, but a cold sweat dripped down my back.
どのくらい話し込んでたかな。
レナちゃんが2階に上がったのが半くらいだったから小1時間くらいかな。
Upstairs.
2階に上がったの父さん見たの？
ああ見たよ。圭一の部屋は階段を上がって奥の扉だよって声もかけた。
When it came to my house about an hour ago, Dad met her at the door and called out to me on the second floor. I probably didn't hear him because I was so focused on the conversation with Oshi-san. I didn't reply, but he knew I was in my room, so he had her come inside. Then told her my room was on the second floor. She thanked my dad and went upstairs. Then about an hour passed. She passed by my dad just as he was bringing up tea and left. She came upstairs and about an hour passed. Then passed by my dad and returned home. Then after she came upstairs until she left, where was Rena? There's only a short hallway between my room and the stairs, meaning Rena had, for about an hour, in the hall. No, she couldn't have been standing in front of my door all that time. The door to my room wasn't particularly thick. You could easily hear everything being said inside. All of the unsettling, unguarded things I spoke to Roshi-san about began rushing through my head. Mom yelled up at Dad from downstairs. Dad left the tray with me and went downstairs with a disappointed chortle. I followed my dad out of my room with my eyes. I looked down at the floor around the doorway where Rena might have stood all that time. Just now, as I was talking to Oshi-san, with my back turned, Rena was standing a mere 6 feet away the whole time. All that time, in this dimly lit doorway, what did she see? What did she hear? For what reason? As the steam from the 2 teacups ominously wafted and twisted, the aroma of black tea filled my room. Shit, man. Oh, shit, man. Fuck, man. Oh my god. Got a new tip. Yay. Oh my god. Alright. Let's take a look at the new tip. Shall we? Before we discuss what the fuck just happened in this episode. July 1st, 1982. To Departments 1 through 12. Prefecture Police Headquarters. Director General to the Chief Constable and all facility managers. Regarding cases situated in the Hamizawa Village, notice. As cases in Shizuboran City, Hamizawa Village has been reported by certain sections of mass media. It has drawn global attention, which is causing serious repercussions for the local residents. This has become a very serious situation. To protect the livelihood and prosperity of the residents, the following notice has been issued. 1. Designate the following criminal investigations as classified. Okayama Station 1982, case number X. Himizawa Village housewife murder, dated June. Hakuno Station 1982 case. Himizawa Village student disappearance, dated June. Non-disclosure of information. Okayama Station 1979 case number. Himizawa Village site foreman murder, dated June. Shira Station 1980 case number. Shirawaka Natural Park following incident, dated June. Okayama Station 1981 case number. Himizawa Village Shinto's police wife's disappearance. 3. Requesting self-restraint from each organization concerning the release of sensitive information. Please see attached reference materials 1, 2, and 3. Management Prefecture Police Headquarters. Eternal Line. Police Affairs Department. Global attention, eh? Shit. Guess the media has caught on with the murder. But global attention, why the hell would that be? Anyway, this has been a fucking scary episode. This has really put the fucking horror in this game. After all this, fun slice of life shit, go ahead and had to do that shit to me, huh? Just had to go and do that to me. When they Higurashi, you fucking had to just do that to me, and goddamn did it fucking get me, sons of bitches. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that subscribe button. If you liked it, hit the like button. Want to tell me something, put it down in comments below. Want to check out the Discord server I own in, or my Twitter, check the description below. And yeah, this has been Voidlego. I'll see you guys next time. See ya!
Have you ever wanted to play? You could meet people and kick them in the face.